What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. For black men out there, you really gotta understand who your real friends are. And of course, when you're not doing what somebody is trying to do, people don't see you as a threat. Hey, they can big you up. They can be real cool with you. They can be your friend. They can do all of that stuff, right? Because you're just not a threat to them and all of that. But as soon as you start doing a little good, you start doing better, there's a problem. Now, let me preface this. We always thinking that the haters in the black community are always the ones that don't have anything. Wanna know what? That's the most stupidest thing I've heard. Wanna know who the biggest haters in the black community? The rich ones. The ones who sometimes have more than you. And even though I'm not a person that really cares for Shannon Sharpe, I gotta be honest. The brother is doing an excellent job on this platform. You look at his platform, you look at the money he invests in the platform, you look at the people that surround him in the platform, you can tell it's a very high class, high level platform. There's nothing to hate about that. But when his homeboys, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, came out with All the Smoke podcast, they were the hottest thing out for sports podcasts. For sure. And remember, they even had your boy, Uncle Shay Shay, on the podcast. And remember how they started introducing him like this?
You got it, Jack.
My guy, a mentor to me, somebody I look up to, somebody who's been giving me the game. And,
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer, been motivating me on this media side, somebody I look up to. My brother, the OG, big homie, Uncle Shay Shay, Shannon Sharpe, man.
Man, thanks for having me on.
Man,
For coming on, man. Hey, them
appreciate you
hands are
coming.
moisturized like Jack. We just had a little.
Oh, but man, since Shay Shay's been blowing up, since Shay Shay's been doing this thing, Matt Barnes and them don't feel like that no more. Now they want to start sliding, throwing sneak disses around. And yeah, I want you to listen to how Matt Barnes is trying to not be a hater, but he is. Listen to it.
Well, definitely respect the lane that Shannon has created for himself and the attention he has drawn. And again, I want to say this without coming off the wrong way, because unfortunately, I don't look at anybody as competition, with all due respect. And I feel like there's a lane for everyone, and everyone's created that lane. And I feel like there's plenty of money to come behind those lanes. But I feel like, obviously Shannon has taken off individually, and then him and Ocho have a great thing going on, but it's not necessarily our cup of tea, so to speak. It's a completely different lane, and you see now, obviously, the Cat Williams interview, I think, broke some kind of YouTube record for the most views, and I think that's great. I mean, that's a lane he's excelling in, a lane that he's getting notoriety in and getting money in, and that's great. But it's not necessarily what we are trying to do. We want to continue to kind of keep our lane, and not even that what they're doing is gossip, because I don't want to disrespect again what they're doing, but there's just a lot of different energy going on there, and people coming and talking their truths and telling their truths. And again, that's always great. Speak your mind. But again, that's not necessarily the lane we want to create,
Matt,
the lane we want to develop.
If I may interrupt you for a second, what you've created next to you and Steven is everyone is walking into something they know is authentic, and from the jump, they're comfortable. They're comfortable in your interview setting. You're not professional interviewers. You're trying to make them comfortable.
But Matt is saying they become uncomfortable when he starts doing that stuff.
Well, what's that stuff, though?
Gossip.
Okay, no, but it's...
Yeah.
Wait a minute, though, Matt. What Shannon Sharpe has now created, and this is not a small thing, is a place where black comics and black people feel like they can speak freely, even if it's tearing down others. Like there aren't a lot of avenues for that. There is value in that.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm not even mad at that. Again, that's his lane, and he's the king of that lane right now. And I definitely respect that and wish him and his team, nothing but success.
So there's a part in there where he interrupted and said gossip. He's trying to say that Shannon Sharpe is a gossip show. With All the Smoke, if you look at their views, they're talking about a lot of things that happened in the past. See, the situation is, what they were talking about was sports. You see, the transition from what Shannon Sharpe did was everybody in the whole industry. And now them people don't like that because, and just like Shannon Sharpe was told by Cat Williams, they could be somehow close to these people than Shannon, but it's not about that. It ain't about being close. The thing is, these guys were first for the most part. Now all these other guys got podcasts now. All these other dudes are blowing up. Cameron the Mace is there. Gil Zarina is there. All those people are there. And you want to know what? All the smoke, nobody's talking about them. Want to know why? They're lame. They're lame. Everybody's talking to Club Shay Shay because he's better. Now you're going around sneak dissing the man. Steven Jackson was throwing shots, but y'all wasn't doing that 3 years ago. Oh, he my mentor, Uncle Shay. See, they fake. You know what? Let me tell you something. In this game, I interviewed Kevin Samuels. I gave him his first interview. I was close to Kevin Samuels until he passed. When Kevin Samuels started doing better, I noticed a lot of guys start taking shots at Kevin Samuels. Some who then all of a sudden became his friend after he passed away. You can guess who those people are. All right? Took for him to die for them to start speaking on his name in a decent way. Okay? But you know what? Me as a brother, I was really happy for the guy. Even if there are things I disagree with, I wasn't going to come out publicly and say something like that for the most part. Except for the fact that, Kevin take hell long to do things. But no, that's something I could tell him. All right? But they are enemies. They are haters. They were fake, phony the whole time. Matt Barnes always jealous of somebody. So is Steven Jackson. And see, the thing is, a lot of y'all don't know who y'all friends are. They your friends while you doing bad. They your friends while you in a different lane. But when you start working hard, they ain't gonna look at the fact, and this is what black men gotta understand. They're not gonna look at the fact that you're doing well, that you worked hard to get to where you at, that you've been busting yourself, you've been sacrificing. No, they gonna look at it as, well, why don't I have that? Why don't I get that? Why him and not me? Because it was the only game in town, and Up in Smoke is terrible. Nobody want to listen to, I'm sorry. Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, these guys, Showtime, they getting killed. All right? They don't want to hear it. They got these guys on there. Big Boy. Nobody wants to hear no goddamn Big Boy. I'm sorry. Who cares about Big Boy? Who wakes up and says, I want to talk about Big Boy? Nobody cares about that. All right? They're not really hitting on nothing. So y'all jealous y'all platform ain't what his is. It's okay, bro. Stop being mad. You might have been the first, but you ain't the best. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again. The episode of The Celebrity Junk. Put your fire, you just heard the bell. We're out.